All right, hey guys, we're going to talk about in this first video the five-out offense. We're only going to do a few things out of this. Last year, we tried to move the motion on this, and it was a bit complicated for many of the new kids to remember. So we're only going to do about 3 or 4 different things off of this. So first, let me say there's 5 spots here in the five-out, right? We have the point guard up top. We have the 2 wings. I like to have the odds on the right side of the court, the evens on the left side of the court. It might have been different in the past, but this is the best way for everybody to remember it. So in the five-out, it's basically positionless basketball. We use numbers on the positions as sort of a base on where to be originally, and then it's predicated, obviously, on a lot of movement. What we're going to do with the five-out is just 3 simple things this year. So let's first this is the first video we're doing, so let's talk about point guard, position number 1. Now, I see as a point guard most of the time. Again, you could be playing different spots, but this is the place for Archer to play, Ryan to play, Evan to play. Sometimes Cohen might play there as well. So all of you need to be prepared to know how to and where to be if you are a point guard. Number 2, that could be Noah. That could be Cohen. That could be Marco. That could be Evan. A lot of you are interchangeable in these spots. As we talk as a 3, sort of a small forward. That could be Avery. That could be Marco. That could even be Kyle. Even maybe Daniel once in a while. So you need to know these various spots. The 4, we're looking at Kyle, Daniel, Ahmed. Mostly the 4. And the 5, mostly looking at Anish and Sahil. So I think I pretty much covered everybody, but you should know most of the spots. If you're a 4, you should know the 5 spots, right? If you're a 5, you should know the 4 spots. The 3 should know the 2, 2 should know the 3, 1 should know the 2, 1 should know the 3. That's sort of how it goes. Now let's talk about, in this first video, we're going to discuss, so this is where you stand, right? The odds on the right, evens on the left. Let's talk about what I call the cube play, ice cube, isolation. We're looking to isolate. Let's see, I see an advantage that Noah as a 2 has. He's lefty, right? He's a 2. He wants to go this way. So if I say cube 2, right, the pass, let's see, let me get the drawing there. I'll just go with that. The pass will go to number 2, right? The 4 then basically sets, let's get off of that, sets a dummy cross screen over here on the 3. The 2 then is able to take his man, right? Let's just put a defender there, take his man to the basket. We're isolating this side of the court to him. It's his responsibility to get to the basket and create a shot. Now, if he gets stuck, the 1 can come over, right? And we could then reset the pass here to the 1, and then everybody fills the 5 spots, and then we might say, cube 1 and try it again. So when we talk about cube, we're talking about isolation. We're trying to isolate mismatches on some of our good dribblers. Let's say we say cube 3, right? So the pass goes over here, right? I want the 5 then to get out of dodge. I want to give, let's say, Avery, right? I want to give Avery full range over here, right? He's got this whole side to work. So Avery gets the pass. Could take a jab step left, go to the right, right? Got to create yourself a shot, right? Boom, push off, jumper, layup, whatever. He gets in there, then it's time for people to get to the basket. So cube is isolation. That's what it means. Now, if we play a team who knows it, such as Northville Black or whatever, Colin might know, or something of that nature, we might call it something different. We can call it blizzard. We call it snowstorm. We call it snow. Or I might say, let's call it hot. Let's totally flip it, right? Let's call it hot. Let's call it sun. Let's call it desert. So I'll describe to you what we'll use, what terminology before each game. But this is a video to show you what cube means. It's run out of a 5-out. It's creating isolation, right? Again, we're mostly going to run isolation with the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s. Let's say I wanted to say cube 1, right? I want Archer or Ryan or Evan, whoever's the point guard, right? Right-handed to take the ball to the basket, right? So the 3 comes over, and you're basically setting dummy screens, right? You might have some defenders that trail it and stay here, right? This is the guy you got to beat off the ball, but I think you can do it. And then if the 5 does stay here, what? The 3 can cut to the basket, right? And the 1 can hit that pass right there. So there's a lot of variation. There's a lot of options off of it, right? It's not just isolation of getting somebody to the basket. So I hope that makes sense. In the 5 out, let's just go back to the basic. The odds are on the right. The evens are on the left. If I say cube 2, I want the 2 to get isolated. If I say cube 3, I want the 3 to get isolated, and so on. We'll do a couple more videos on the 5 out next, some of the plays.